Seniors, hi, good morning. How you doing? Um, some of you have already sent me drafts of your research paper. I've edited a few of those and sent those back to you. I know some of you were sending me questions about writing your paragraphs and your transition, so I thought that I would do a mini lesson on writing body paragraphs and how beneficial they are to the essay that you're writing, especially in terms of your argument. So we're going to get started here. Your body paragraphs are the place where you prove your argument, where you prove which side that you're on. We know what side you're on based on your thesis statement, so the body paragraphs are the proof of the details that you put in your thesis statement. This is where you're going to put forth your evidence to prove. Each paragraph should have three main parts. Introducing your idea from the detail that you used in your thesis statement, providing your proof in one or two sentences, and then explaining how the proof proves your point. How does the evidence prove that what you're saying in your thesis statement is true for that particular paragraph? As you guys know, you need a minimum of 4 sentences for your paragraph. Each of these can be a sentence. Introduce the idea, provide proof, explain how the proof proves your point. So one of these will have to be 2 sentences. Usually it's providing the proof. Sometimes that may take 3 or 4 sentences, depending on the information that you found for your proof. So make sure that you guys are following these steps. I've already explained this before in a couple of other lectures that I've done, so just make sure that you're doing that correctly. What is your point? What do people generally know about the point already that you have? Example, some material is not meant to be viewed by certain ages. Many ideas like war, violence, and corruption are difficult for children to understand. So most people generally know this already, and you're using this as your point that you're explaining. Here's another example. Perseverance is a quality that allows a person to keep going in the face of difficult or impossible circumstances. So people may know and have an idea of what perseverance is. Here's a pretty general definition of what perseverance is. So this is just setting up your general statement so that you can now provide proof further on in the paragraph. Let's talk about some more specific statements. We already know the red. In Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, Harry, Ron, and Hermione use perseverance in their quest to find and destroy the Horcruxes. So if your particular research paper was about perseverance in the Harry Potter series, your first sentence in the red there would be your general statement explaining the idea. The second sentence here is giving your proof based on what happens in the Harry Potter movies. Or that movie. So these 2 elements make up the introduction to the point in your body paragraph. That's very important to have. Proof. The proof must be thoughtfully chosen. It must be specific enough that it proves the point. A direct quote is very good proof, especially if it comes from someone who is an expert in the field of the topic that you are researching. If you were writing about a movie, you could use dialogue or description of the action. If there's some other media, a description would be best. What is an instance of mature content in The Family Guy? You guys all know that TV show. Bolstered by the destruction of the locket, they set to debating the possible locations of the other Horcruxes, and even though they had discussed the matter so often before, Harry felt optimistic, certain that more breakthroughs would succeed the first. So this is the proof that proves that perseverance is a quality, and it shows the proof from what's happening inside of Harry Potter. And the third part of the body paragraph, so here's the first part of your body paragraph, the second part of your body paragraph. There's already 3 sentences in this particular section here. The explanation, you must explain why you believe the proof provided proves your point. Remember, no one can be in your head without allowing you to be there. Make sure your reader knows where you were going. So you need to write your ideas so that I'm sure to understand where you're going with your point. Perseverance is a quality that allows a character to keep going even in the face of difficult or impossible circumstances. In Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, Harry, Ron, and Hermione use perseverance in their quest to find and destroy the Horcruxes. Bolstered by the destruction of the locket, they set to debating the possible locations of the other Horcruxes, and even though they had discussed the matter so often before, Harry felt optimistic, certain that more breakthroughs would succeed the first. Then, for your explanation, Harry, Ron, and Hermione continue to search for the Horcruxes even when faced with difficulty. This perseverance shows their strength of character. So in this particular instance, the explanation is at the end of the sentence and it body paragraph, and it shows that perseverance is a quality in the Harry Potter books. Once the first body paragraph is written, you must repeat the process for the other 2 points that are in your thesis statement. The structure for these paragraphs are exactly the same, except that a transition is needed at the beginning of the paragraph. There are many different types of transitions that you can use. I've given you uploaded a worksheet that has various transitions that you can use, such as, and here's those same examples. Illustration, you can contrast something, contrary or contrasting what was happening in the first paragraph. This is what's going to happen in the next paragraph. And there are adjectives here that you can use to move your particular transition forward. Addition. So in addition to what happened in Harry Potter with perseverance, they also were very courageous people, right? Furthermore, moreover, besides this happening in Harry Potter, this happens. Or you can do a similarity. If 2 of your points are similar to each other, you can say similarly to what happened with perseverance in the Harry Potter series, they also were courageous people. You can use words such as emphasis, you can use examples, and you can give a summary. And this is really important, the summary. At the very end, when you do your conclusion, you can use these down here. If you want to, you can screenshot this particular picture. I can't upload this Prezi, so I'll give you a second. This way you have quick access to the transitions. Okay.